Well, let me do a quick garden update. These are the onions I planted in my video recently with my grandson planting the onions. They have done real well, have really taken off. They're about, some of them 2 feet tall. Can't really tell how large the bulbs are yet, but you know, you can see they're starting to make a bulb. And all except this tub. This tub here has just kind of stunted compared to the rest of them. And this tub has always, you know, I'm trying to recollect, but I'm pretty sure this tub has always stunted. Anything I've put in it has been stunted in that tub. You know, just not grow well. I don't know why, but anyway, these are the onions I planted. And this is I planted potatoes in my back to Eden. I planted potatoes and just a few tomato plants and pepper plants, just to do a comparison between this and back to Eden. And anyway, these are potatoes. They came up about as tall as they are right now, maybe not quite. And then we got a real hard frost and burnt them down to the ground. Well, they have popped back up through the ground. I figured they would. Frost will kill the tops of the tomatoes, but typically they're going to come back up, and it's not going to kill the plant. But anyway, they're coming back up. I wish I had room to pile some dirt on top of them, you know, because I'm just that shallow in the tub. I don't have, you know, a lot of lip left on that tub to really pull any dirt on them, but I may have to do something. The more dirt you can pull to them and pull on top of them would be helps them to produce more potatoes. In other words, when they get up about this tall, if you're planting potatoes, take a rake, especially if you're in the dirt, take a rake and pile your dirt up around that stem right there until it's I don't cover them up, but I do. You know, I would leave maybe 2 or 3 inches of that sticking out and cover most of that up. And then you can do that 2 or 3 times. When it pops back up through that and it gets pretty tall, pull some more dirt on top of it. That's supposed to bring you more potatoes. So we'll see. But I can't do it right here. I can on the back to Eden. I can just rake some of the wood chips up and just almost cover that up with wood chips, you know, from both sides. And I'll do that in my BTE. This is broccoli. I don't have a lot of broccoli. We don't eat a lot of broccoli. I've never raised a real good stand of broccoli, so I typically don't plant a big stand. But that's broccoli. I got 6 plants in one of those tubs. Everybody always asks me about the tubs. Where can you get them? Well, you can't, or I can't. It's just an industrial fiberglass tote. Cut the bottoms out of them. They're about 20 inches by 42, I think. So that gives you an idea of the planting space. Putting 6 of them in that, 6 broccolis in that. I've got 6 lettuces here, and one of them didn't make it, so I got 5. This is spinach, and it doesn't look, it looks pretty good. We should have been eating more of it. And I'm not pie, so I don't eat a whole lot. And I just fertilized this a couple of days ago. We just got a rain last night, and I fertilized this with some triple 13, and now it's I expect it to green up more. You know, you can see the leaves are a little yellow, and it needed some nitrogen probably. So I just gave it some a couple of days ago, just probably hadn't hit it yet. I buried it right in the middle, pretty good, decent little handful of it right in the middle, and covered it back up, and then watered it in, and it rained on it. So that is a climbing burpless. And then I have some bush burpless cucumbers. The climbing, a burpless cucumber right there, which will be a climber. It'll go 5-6 feet tall. I'll put a cage around it, tomato cage around that, and then I've got some bush burpless that I've never raised before, so I'm excited about those. If I can raise burpless without having to make a trellis for them or a cage or something like that, then I'm gonna do that. Tomatoes, these are celebrities. I've got I think 6 or 8 celebrities. And then I've got some, let's see, that's celebrity too. All these look pretty good. I had them for a long time, still got one in the 6-pack there, because I've been, almost every time one of them dies, and I had an odd number, so I said, well, I'm gonna keep it in case something dies, and it probably won't this year. But these also, you can tell, little yellow, need a little nitrogen, so they got it. They just hadn't absorbed it yet, hadn't got it to the roots yet. Hopefully they will. These are big boys. I think down to, I think I got about 6, 12, maybe 12 big boys, and then 6 celebrities. And the big boys will should produce all the way to frost. The celebrities will produce a big crop probably in about I don't know, a couple of months, and then you know, they kind of die out. It's kind of a semi-determinate. That's what I've been told. These are 2 different kinds of cherry tomatoes. I do like cherry tomatoes. So those will also get real tall. Those will go till frost, and then on this side, that's going to be, hadn't planted it yet, but that'll be squash, maybe zucchini-ish, something like that. And then these are the bush, and I bought these as plants. These are bush burpless cucumbers. You see that? Cucumber burpless bush hybrid. Never raised them. We'll see how they go. Again, I like the idea. If I like them, I'm gonna buy some seed. I'd much rather do this from seed, but I saw these at the feed store and decided I'd buy them. Peppers. These are sweet bananas. Look pretty good. I've got a couple of green bell peppers, and these are I think yellow bell peppers. Daughter gave them to me without tags. She said, I think she said yellow bells. We'll find out. And then I've got the Back to Eden that I've just really don't have much going over there yet. I'm gonna plant mainly peas there yet. It's still a little early, a little cool for peas, for southern peas, like purple hulls. I'm gonna plant some pintos and peas there. I'll plant watermelon, still a little cool for watermelon. And corn, so I'm gonna plant some corn over there too. Still a little cool for corn, I think. Corn loves hot weather. So anyway, this is the update, and mainly it's just to show you the onions, because I showed I didn't show you planting potatoes and stuff, but the onions we planted together, didn't we? And they're looking good. So these will be ready around June. The old saying around here is plant Valentine's Day and harvest around Father's Day. And I planted these about around Valentine's Day, a little after, a few days after. But anyway, they'll be ready in June. And we'll come out here and harvest. I'll come out when we want a green onion to munch on with some supper or something like that. And I'll pull, and I'll make sure my wife, whoever knows, pull one in between. And we'll just, every other one, when we want one, I'll pull one of the in-betweeners, and that way it'll give this one, if I pull that one, it will give this one and this one a little more room to grow. Who knows, they may get huge this year. I have grown softball size ones in these tubs. These tubs do real good. Raised bed garden does real good. So, I think we're done. Just a little update. I need the nitrogen to kick in on my maters and my other stuff over here, and everything else looks good. I may spray them with some Garrett Juice. If you haven't ever tried it, Garrett Juice is really good. Gives everything a kick start. I didn't do it when I transplanted, and I should have, because it's real good stuff. I've used it in the past with good results. So this is it. Mainly onions, but I do have a lot of other stuff in the ground. Not gonna be a huge garden this year, but it's big enough. Hopefully we'll have tomatoes to can, whole lot of tomatoes to eat. Same way with onions, whole lot of onions to eat. If I want to dehydrate some, I could, or whatever I want to do. And hopefully some good taters. These are red potatoes, and hopefully we'll get some a good amount of potatoes. Again, I've got potatoes here, and I've got potatoes also in Back to Eden, covered up with mulch, and I'll show you that in another video. It'll be kind of a Back to Eden update or something. Okay, so look for it. Look for it. Look for it. All right, we're gone.